Hi, I'm Phyllis, southernfrugal.com. Well, we finished with the RV as far as the renovations go on the inside. And what I'm going to do is give y'all a little tour. And I was kind of waiting until we had a cloudy time so I could show over there towards the windows, because otherwise it's a really big glare. Anyway, so we'll start with the front. Now, I already did a video on using the leather paint on the driver's seat and the passenger seat, and they're doing fine. And of course, I'm sitting in the passenger seat now, and that was the one that was really bad. It had 3 rips about that long in it, and so the leather paint is working fine. The repair to those 3 rips is holding up really well, because every time we come out here we sit in this chair and turn around and slide on it and all kinds of stuff to make sure it's not going to come back apart. So far it has not. So anyway, that's the 2 chairs in the front. They do swivel around. Now, we don't have the slide out because we've got this sitting on the street beside our house, so we can't really put the slide out. But anyway, so we did the curtains, and if y'all want to see what it looked like before, I'm going to leave the link to RV Max down below in the description. And you can get a tour of what it looked like when we bought it. So it was a lot of blue in here. So anyway, we did the curtains, and the way I did that is by buying regular curtains and cutting them in half. And I bought 6 panels and sewed them together and put them up around the front of the RV and the sides beside the passenger seat and the driver's seat. Also, I used the vinyl leather-like stuff to do the surround on the slide out. It was that dark color of blue. And so anyway, we're going to take y'all on this little tour, so hold on. Alright, so here's what the front looks like with the curtains. And they do slide all the way back on each side, and we hook them over here. I made a little leather type little hook for them, little strap to pin them back when we're traveling. And here, of course, here are the leather chairs. And now just the seat and the back are leather, the rest of it is vinyl. And I did a lot of cleaning on it, and it came out looking like new as far as the vinyl goes. Here's the driver's seat. Now, our windshield wipers work when this is not hooked right down here, and Richard is working on that. But right now, if I leave it up there, the windshield wipers work. Now, this is where the old TV was located, and it was way up high. And we took that out, of course, and redid this little cubby hole, and I've got my little instructions for leveling and that kind of thing. I also put a clock in there so that when I'm sitting in the driver's seat, I don't have to ask Mr. Bucky what time it is. Also, we bought this, it's like a tabletop at Lowe's, and put that over the top, and I did leave the screws so you could see them in case we ever need to remove that, because there are a lot of wires behind that. I also bought this at a little auto place so that I have a place to sit my tea when I'm driving. Mr. Bucky can sit his there or over there on the wall. There are the connections for the TV when we stay somewhere that's got cable. And next, here's the TV stand. Now, when we are just sitting in a campground or whatever, we'll have the TV sitting there. When we're moving, we put it right down on the floor here. And this is a little bungee cord type thing I made with a wide elastic, and we just pull it around to the other side. And we got a little hook right there that we hook the TV so it doesn't move around. Now, this window does not have any curtains, and the reason for that is that the TV is most always going to be there. And here is the door. I went ahead and got a leveler blind to go up here. I tried the little paper one, and that was pretty chintzy and didn't work so well. So I ended up getting a regular shade that we can pull all the way down, and it literally rests on this right here, and it does fine. And also I had decided to get a cork board to go up here instead of that little message board thing I had, and with the little stick pins. I think that looks better, a little place to hang our keys. Now what in the world is that? And there's another one over there. That's because Mr. Bucky and I hit our heads on this and on the other side so many times that finally we'd had enough, and we decided to put this up there. It's a double thing of heavy foam, so if you do hit your head, it won't be quite so bad. I actually had knots on my head from hitting it because I had my garbage can sitting right down there, and because of that, that made me go there often and put stuff in the garbage. Anyway, so there's the smoke, what do you call that? I don't even know what you call that. I can't think now. Alright, so that's that. Now, let's go back around. And of course, here are the recliners. Y'all saw that the other day, I think, in a video. Right there. And these were ordered from Walmart, and we love them better than Lazy Boys. And they were $1.99 each, and they are extremely comfortable. They support your back really, really well. And we especially like when this footrest comes out, the material from here to here is a lot sturdier than the Lazy Boys are. And here are the curtains. Now this is the other half of the curtains from what we had up there. I just cut them in half, measured them, and it didn't matter that they didn't go all the way down to the floor because we knew the chairs were going to be there. So there they are. Now I've done videos on taking the blinds down. I took these day-night shades all down and washed them. Now here's the surround that I did with vinyl. Yeah, goes all the way down, and then it goes all the way across. The slide out is 12 feet long. Alright, so now let's move on to the dinette. Now I redid the cushions in these dinette chairs. This is the third time, but I do like this. And maybe you can see this one a little better. It's not so dominant in the room. I'll let you see that one. And it goes really well, I think, and they're very comfortable. And I got rid of the foam rubber. I just finally put it out at the garbage can. And what's in each one of these cushions is a regular bed pillow. So, and then here are the, here's the way it looks from the back. There's a kind of a lattice work of steel as a brace, and then that steel is attached to the side of the chair right here. So it was very easy to do the backrest on these chairs that way. Of course, I refinished this table, and I think I might have done a video on that too. Alright, and now the floor. I did have to strip the whole floor and refinish it. Now it's a little darker than the table. Well, the light's on the table now. But anyway, I'm very, very happy with the floor. It is solid oak, and I stripped it and sanded it and stained it in golden oak, and it turned out really well. And here are the cabinets. Now these cabinets had been washed a lot, and there was really very little finish on them. So when I was doing the floor, I said, well, let me just try putting some on these cabinets, see how it looks, and it turned out fantastic. So I was so happy with that, I ended up doing the refrigerator doors too, and it was simple as could be. They were already really clean, and I just went ahead and put the polyurethane on there. Okay, now let's back up. Hold on a minute. Alright, so here's a view of the kitchen. I went ahead and made the little curtains out of the same fabric that's on the little dinette chairs. I glued this little cup up for pencils and whatever, tins, using that command strip. Worked out really well. And so also I had a red little carving board, and it fits perfectly in this little sink. And of course y'all remember me doing the stick-on vinyl. Got me some red pot holders. So I thought the kitchen tied in really well with the chairs. Now when I had that material on the chairs, I thought it was too dominant when you walked in the room. But now, with it over the sink, it's not so bad. What I'll end up doing is pulling these curtains back and attaching them back to one side, but I thought they looked really good just like that. And when I pull them back, of course, it'll be away from the faucet, and you'll be able to open the window and the blinds then. All right, got a little spoon holder for the stove. And now I wanted to mention this. This dish rag came from a lady in Fort Wayne, Indiana, and I'm sorry I couldn't thank you by sending you an email or something, because I couldn't figure out the I couldn't figure out what it was. So anyway, I thought that went really nice. This is an Amish woven dish rag, and it's got that little red stripe, so that went perfect. And of course these are my diaper towels, I call them. Alright, so let's go on back now. And remember, the slide is in, so let's look back on the area here. So when you when we have the slide out, of course there'll be a lot more room. Now, when I'm looking through the viewfinder even, see that carpet looks a light gray blue, but that's not real, y'all. It actually is a tan and gray. You don't really see the blue in person, but boy, on this, and one of the commenters said, "Oh no, the carpet is blue." I agree. Even on the video, it looks blue, but let me see if under the table you can tell a difference. You see, under the table, it looks more of a. The dominant colors are a gray. There is a little blue in it, but it's much more gray and tan. Yeah, I was surprised, because when I read that comment that night, it was about maybe 10 o'clock at night, and I was like, oh no, is that carpet really blue? And the next morning, first thing I came out to look, I said, oh no, okay, it looks a grayish tan, really. Yeah, so anyway, there's a good look from this angle. Yeah, alright, so now let's look at the bathroom. There's not much to see here, though. Alright, so here's the bathroom. Let me see if I can cut this light on. It might work. No, some of the lights in here do work from just the being plugged in. There. That'll help. Yeah, so there was a towel rack over the back of the commode, which we took down. I wouldn't want a towel rack behind my commode. Anyway, what I'm thinking about doing is getting some New Guinean patience to go in this little thing, drill a hole in the bottom of it and put a little thing to catch the water because of the skylight in here, and pull it out on the counter a little bit, and I think they would look great in here. But we haven't done much in here. There was a shelf here which we took off, and there was also a towel rack somebody had put up right there, and Mr. Bucky kept running into it, and so I ran into it a couple of times myself, so that came down. I mean, we got one hand towel, and we'll be putting our towels we use after taking a shower over this little enclosure for the shower to get dry. And let's go around here. There's the double closet. I did paint inside this closet. The carpet is still in there, and we're both thinking the carpet's going to come up because somebody sprayed some kind of smelly, perfumey stuff on that carpet. It doesn't smell like the rest of the RV did. It smells different, but I don't want my clothes smelling like that, so we're going to probably take that up. Alright, and this contains the linens and other little things. And down here is the washer and the dryer, which I, of course, haven't used yet at all. And now let's look at the bedroom. I'm going to walk back this way, and we'll turn around, so hold on. Alright, here's the bedroom, and y'all, I did I think a video on recovering the headboard and put it back up where it was supposed to be. And there's the bedspread, and the colors are gold and red, and that's true gold, not just the color gold. In other words, it's shiny. So I looked and looked for curtains that would go with it, and I found some. Wait a minute, this is not showing up very well because of the light there. So they are shiny like the bedspread. And I've got some little dangles to go there, right there. So yeah, and I went ahead and put them up high so it would look like the window was actually bigger than it is. Yeah. Sorry about the light, makes it fade away. Alright, so there's the bed. And then there's the curtain on the other side. I've got them swagged both towards the back. So let me get up high so you can see. I think they went real well. These are actually shower curtains, and I sewed them to create a little space, a little pocket, so I could put the curtain rods through it. And I did have quite a time getting these curtain rods up because I wanted them up higher, but I kept running into aluminum, and as I did in a lot of other places, and had to patch little itty-bitty holes where I tried to find a wood stud, and I found zero. So they're down below on one of those expanding screws, or several expanding screws. Alright, sorry I can't give you the whole view of that because of the light. Alright, let's back up. Let you know, I'm not going to put any artwork over the bed. We're just going to let the bed and the bedspread be the star of the room. Yeah, real simple. Now, in the summertime, of course, which is shortly approaching, we have a white paisley woven little spread that will fit perfect on this bed. And so then the colors would end up just white and gold, metallic gold. That's the word I'm looking for. That's what the curtains are, a metallic gold. Yeah. All right, let's go back in the front room. All right, so that completes our little tour, and I'm going to turn the camera around and give you one last look from all the way up here. Let me turn this around so I can tell what we're looking at. You can see all the way back in the bedroom. This RV is a 39-foot diesel pusher. It's Tiffin Allegro. And by the way, the previous owners replaced the Corian counter and sink tops, which I'm very, very happy with. These are Formica tops on there. I removed that little shelf there. I couldn't see I would ever need that because I'll be using the table to do things like roll out a pie crust and that kind of thing. Anyway, I wanted to also tell you about this. This was the little table. There was a chair here, that green recliner, and the table, you could lift it up. It was more down this way, and you could lift it up and it'd be another little table for the person sitting in that chair. And so I ended up having to buy an oak board to go on top, but we sort of used the frame of that and attached it to the wall the same way they had attached it previously. So it works really, really well for the TV. Really well, I think. Now again, imagine this. You've got 4 more feet of carpet with the slide out. So there we are. Yeah, I thought everything tied in really well. And especially the striped curtains over here. I really like that because it ties the kitchen in with the little dining area there. And then you can see the red from up here sort of ties everything in. All right, y'all. I hope you enjoyed this little tour. And again, see the carpet on my screen right here looks blue. Y'all, trust me, it is definitely not blue, okay? It's a definite tan and gray is the dominant color. But I agree with the lady that wrote in, it definitely looks blue on the video. All right, so there we are. And we will see y'all next time. Bye for now.